Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Cops arrest the prime suspect in the Cinderella murder of a U.S. millionaire businessman in Brazil. Let's jump into the story. Follow along.
You're watching dcbornrob, Erasing Borders. And now, the news.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching dcbornrob, Erasing Borders. I'm DC Rob. Thank you for joining me here on Rumble. That's where this video is shown first. But let's jump into the story right away. Cops arrest prime suspect over alleged Goodnight Cinderella murder of a U.S. millionaire businessman in Brazil. Goodnight Cinderella is what they call someone who puts you to sleep. Like Steph Curry said, only this time they used drugs. I can say that they used drugs. Again, okay, and shout out to Hilroy for this story pass. Let's jump into it. Cops arrest prime suspect over alleged Goodnight Cinderella murder of a U.S. millionaire businessman and dad, Dwayne Morris, 43 years old, who was found dead in a rented Copacabana room a day after landing in Brazil. A woman has been arrested over the alleged murder of an American millionaire believed to have died after being fatally drugged in a Goodnight Cinderella scam. Dwayne Antonio Morris, 43, was found dead in his rented apartment in Copacabana, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil on August 8th this year. He was drugged before reportedly convulsing and foaming at the mouth. Police say Morris and a friend had been lured by two women who then drugged them with GHB, gamma hydroxybutyrate, a powerful nervous system depressant, in an attempt to rob them. His companion survived the attack. Leticia Claro Bento da Silva, 23 years old, whom is understood to have met the pair at a local bar, has now been arrested over Morris's murder. A second suspect, whom was caught on surveillance camera leaving the apartment with a woman believed to be da Silva, has not been identified and remains at large. Morris, from Minneapolis, was the founder of Blue Waters Consulting and Soul Community Development Corporation and managed a $14 million portfolio of business. He had traveled to Brazil on business when he fell victim to a tourist drugging scheme allegedly carried out by Da Silva and an unidentified accomplice. The two women are believed to have drugged Morris with GHB, a powerful nervous system depressant, and fled the scene. Morris was with a friend in the Lapa neighborhood when he encountered Da Silva and a friend in the early hours of the day of the incident. Reports suggested the group had drinks at a bar before heading to the rented apartment where Morris was later found dead. The entrepreneur's friend, feeling unwell, left for another location. He later told cops he felt dizzy and disoriented. Morris and the two women arrived at the apartment around 20 minutes past midnight on August 8th. Surveillance camera footage showed that the two women exiting the building alone just 2 hours later. A doorman can be seen letting them out as they enter a black vehicle waiting for them. Morris, a father of one, was found unconscious in the apartment later that morning. He was dead by the time authorities made it to the scene. Police say that after being drugged, Morris convulsed and foamed at the mouth. The Atlanta Black Star reported. Witnesses, accounts, and investigations pointed to Da Silva, who police report has a criminal record for similar offenses and was the suspect in several cases involving drug-induced thefts. The U.S. consulate in Rio de Janeiro has confirmed Morris's death and offered in a statement their sincerest condolences to the family. We offer our sincerest condolences to the family for their losses and stand ready to provide consular assistance, the consulate said. We are closely monitoring local authorities' investigations regarding the cause of death. Out of respect for the family during this difficult time, we have no further comment. Morris's life partner, Tamitha Richmond, paid tribute to the businessman, telling CBS News last week that to be a partner with Dwayne is really to share him with the world. She shared how their family had traveled to a variety of countries and were often very safe, keeping well aware of the things that are necessary as you become an international traveler. It doesn't make sense. Dwayne was in the country less than 24 hours. Dwayne had not even spent the night in Brazil, she said of his murder. This is definitely a situation where Dwayne was targeted. Richmond, who is organizing Celebration for Life for Morris in Minnesota, said the family was faced several challenges bringing his body home. He will later be buried in Jamaica, where he was born, on his family's land. The embassy and local authorities have informed us that this process may take some time, she wrote in a GoFundMe page created in his honor. She said the family will keep everyone updated in the situation. The crowdfunder, which aims to help the family with expenses during this difficult time, has already raised more than $30,000. Goodnight Cinderella is a contemporary Brazilian slang for Rohypnol, GHB, or any other drug that incapacitates another person, rendering them vulnerable to assault or robbery. GHB can also cause amnesia, meaning that when people recover from the drug effects, they may not remember what happened. So our condolences go out to the family of Dwayne and his partner who was drugged but made it out. So prayers for that. This is just coming too close. It is coming so close that, my researcher reached out to me, a week or so ago and told me that it has happened in Houston. This time it was a guy that got drugged because the guy drank his girlfriend or his wife's drink. And then when he showed me the link, and I clicked on the link, I called my girl right away and told her what had happened and sent her a link and say, look, this is our comedy club. Remember the comedy club I took you for open mic? And I told you guys I want to do open mic comedy. I've been there dozens and dozens of times. Well, this place is 1.2 miles from my house. And they say some creepy guy at the bar tried to drug this lady, but the guy drank the drink and he's the one that got drugged. Let me show you what the news here in Houston says about that story.
Only on 2 tonight, a couple out for a few drinks at a local bar ended up being roofied. The husband and wife in their 40s went to their regular spot last weekend. Within minutes of leaving, the husband was drugged so severely he could barely even stand. Tonight, they're sharing the warning signs with KPRC2's Gage Golding in hopes that they can help you before you find yourself in a similar situation.
It was supposed to be just a normal night.
And it was just a normal night for Daniel and Melissa Zuniga. The high school sweethearts have been coming to Rudyard's on Waugh Drive in Montrose for more than 20 years. But that night took a turn like none before.
He had went to close out his tab and get another drink.
Security cameras inside the bar showing Daniel walking up to the bar and waiting to close out his tab. Back at the table, Melissa is waiting.
I had my drink right here in front of me, and then I grabbed it, stirred it, drank it, sat it down.
While sitting and texting their daughter, a man walked up and sat right next to Melissa. When she set her drink down, he said, "Hi." All right, that kind of creeped Melissa out, right? So she was on high alert, but it's what he said next that she'll never forget. "I think you're stuck with me tonight."
So I grabbed my drink and I told him, I'm going to call my husband.
What's even creepier is the man walks right by her husband waiting at the bar. Melissa picking him out of the crowd while watching back this video. But still, they didn't realize what was going on or about to happen.
I was like, well, I didn't want to waste $8, so I grabbed the drink and I just swung it. I took a big swig.
By the time they were walking out the door, Daniel starting to fall apart. And by the time they got home in the energy corridor,
my mom had texted me upstairs and she was like, "Can you please come help me get your dad from the car?" Yes, we had to drag him in. He was crawling on the floor.
Daniel was violent, cussing, and nearly unrecognizable.
We thought he had just been very drunk because we'd never seen him like this.
When he woke up the next morning, Daniel didn't remember a thing. He took an over-the-counter drug test, which lit up like a Christmas tree for things he never takes. The only plausible reasoning, he was roofied, but the drugs weren't even meant for him.
It wasn't even for me. He wanted to hurt my wife. And that's even more infuriating.
The family has since filed a report with Houston police who agree Daniel was drugged. The owner of Rudyard's not able to speak on camera, but wants to help in every way possible, saying this kind of person isn't welcome at their bar.
This shouldn't end your life. You just got to be careful.
So there you go. This is too close for home. Guys, you got to cover your drinks no matter where you go. Ladies know this. And I've met a few ladies here because I tell them, they ask me to wash their drink. And I'm like, you need to cover your drink or give it back to the bar. And ask someone that you trust, but they barely know me. I asked a girl, a week or so ago, wash this drink. I covered it, but I said, wash this drink. And I'm like, who's to say she wouldn't do it? I mean, You can't trust anybody. Give your drink back to the bartender. Ask him, sit it on the rail over there, sit it on the back against the wall. They know what goes on, and I'm sure they hear these stories too. And if it doesn't make the news, we don't get to know about it. So be on your P's and Q's, guys and girls. For the most part, the girls know this. They've been taught as a young child to watch your drink. Guys, not so much. At least I was never taught that. If it wasn't for Medellin, Colombia, and that surely taught me, watch your drinks, guys and gals. Anyway, you're up to date with the latest travel news. This time is from Brazil. I hope this is of benefit for you Brazilian cats. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Again, thanks for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe. Okay, hold on, guys. Right quick. If you need to have things shipped to Colombia, shipped to someone else, or shipped to yourself to Colombia from the United States, make sure you reach out to CaribbeanShipper.com. CaribbeanShipper.com. The contact information is coming next. Join me on social media. I am dcbornrob official on Instagram. I am dcbornrob official 1 on TikTok. I am dcbornrob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know that you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below. If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Maury. Contact information in the description below.
Thanks for hitting like. You did the right thing by hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. DC Born Rob.